I'm proud of our folks across the state for bringing back the family atmosphere. We talk about it all the time, probably till people get sick of hearing it. But we've done a good job of that, I think. I see it here this week. I see people shaking hands and smiling and hugging each other, and it warms my heart, and I see it when I go in the institutions. Never seen our family atmosphere any stronger. But I'm not sure we tap into that for new folks when they come on board. And a lot of you will remember, like I do, back when I was an officer, and a lot of you were officers or no matter what department you were in. I remember we didn't tend to treat people like one of us until they graduated the academy, got their badge, or graduated and were certified. And I think that still goes on today in some aspects. I was in a prison unannounced not long ago. I won't call the prison, but I showed up for shift change, and I noticed in the back was a young lady, about 19, 20 years old, very young lady, and she was all alone, and I felt bad for her, so I walked up to speak to her, and I asked how long she'd been with her agency. She said, "Sir, this is my second day." So nobody was around her. And I hate that, and certainly the warden, if he'd have seen that, he would have addressed it, but I know the warden's not there on every shift, but I think we would all admit that kind of thing goes on more than we want to admit. So we've got to work on that. We're going to put forth a major agency initiative to work on retention beginning on day one. So we talked about branding for this. We wanted to put out some posters and really come up with a catchy motto or phrase around this concept that signifies our unity. And Ted Veerman, our communications director, put together a couple teams that pitched some ideas like family on day one, some other acronyms that kind of represented that unity we were seeking and to kind of express the family atmosphere. And then it hit us that we actually had a motto in our past that had kind of fizzled out or faded away. We see it around, but we don't speak about it like we used to. That was pretty powerful. A lot of you remember or know the respect I had for Secretary McNeil and the impact he had on our agency. And a lot of you probably remember when he implemented the affirmation, "We never walk alone." He was very clear that only applied to those people that followed our code of conduct and complied with the rules that govern us. It didn't mean we cover for one another like it sometimes got adopted to mean by some. That was not his intent. But never walk alone was pretty powerful. People gravitated toward it. It's still around today. And we thought that kind of captured what we were trying to inspire others to really focus on family atmosphere and this sense of unity. Let's listen to Secretary McNeil in his own words talk about what that affirmation meant to him.
We must affirm our employees every day. The affirmation of our department will use at the conclusion of every meeting to be posted in every conference room, chapel, library, classroom, or anywhere our employees gather for meetings will be, "We never walk alone." An affirmation of our commitment to our employees, but also an affirmation of our commitment, the commitment our employees have to the mission, vision, and code of conduct, and the oath of allegiance to the Department of Corrections and the citizens of the state of Florida. An affirmation that reinforces our commitment to overcoming the river of negative challenges of our jobs. A constant reminder to us to overcome the negative thoughts that bombard our minds as a result of the volume of negative actions of people we come in contact with daily.
Does that sound good to y'all? So our team will be working in the weeks and months ahead for a rollout plan. We will have posters and branding, and we'll have some other practices that's going to be centered around that affirmation. I'm proud of those of you that are working on the welcoming committees now. We've started assigning certain people with the right personality to our new folks, to call them, to check on them, to stay in touch with them, and that's over and above our FTO program. To try to intervene and make sure they stay with us, and if they don't, at least have a little better information on why they may be leaving. So a whole package around that's going to be rolling out very soon, so thank you for your support in that area.